This is Black Light. Uncle Sam, your nasty, filthy, dirty drawers are showing. Because you are a nasty, filthy, dirty, now we're going to show you, tell you where you're being tricked at. Our mothers, when they go to the hospital to give birth, see, we have no black hospitals, and we get all our medicine and everything from the Caucasian, our enemy. And he's experimenting all the while on us. He's experimenting on our blood, on our organs, and our brain and our mind all the time to see what he could extract from us and use against us, or since we are the stronger genetic people on the planet, he wants to see what he can use for himself. So every time our mothers sign that birth certificate, every time when you women take your man to court, you going to the white man for everything, and he's your natural enemy. See, the Caucasian goes after the woman first, and then the children. The man, he can't use him for anything but to do his bidding. So the women are getting tricked, and you guys, you want to please a woman, or some guys hate black women and hate women period because of the circumstances in which they grew up in. Some guys hate their old man in the circumstances that they grew up in. You got to remember, we're not talking our native tongue. We're not practicing our culture. We don't know how it was when we were living in our culture, practicing our way of living. The Indian, or the American Indian, is the last example of how the white man took over his land, his culture, how he dominated the Native American through his woman. Pocahontas was an example of how he used the Native woman to conquer a people. So through medicine, you're being tricked, because we had a natural, what they call now organic healing process that we indulged in to heal ourselves. We knew about different plants, different herbs, different vibrations, musical vibrations, to heal with. If he think he was he just came on the scene 6,000 years or better, and he didn't know nothing about medicine. He just came out the caves, and we were already here. We had the pyramids built. Imhotep was practicing medicine before white man was even thought of. So they don't teach you that in school. Another way that they're fooling us is in school with the history, with the books. They teach you what they want you to know because they don't want you to know about yourself. They want you to think that they're the God of the universe, and they want you to depend solely on them for everything. And so this is why you got to pay attention to what Uncle Sam says and does, because he reveals his dirty draws. He tells you about himself every time he show a movie about the Cowboys, about Billy the Kid, about Jesse James, about Al Capone. You know, they had Al Capone and them had the first drive-by shootings it was. You know, the mafia is just a layer of the Illuminati. He reveals himself to you when he shows you the workings of the Ku Klux Klan. He reveals his dirty draws. But y'all don't pay attention to that because you think he's doing something about it, you know, which he's not. You know, it's just a lot of things that he shows you who he really is that you don't pay no attention to. You know, and he does this all over the planet, fooling the people into thinking that he's beautiful. You know, we think he's beautiful because he has a standard of beauty, but he's glorifying himself on these movies and television programs. He's really talking about himself. Just think, we just came on TV about maybe 3 or 4 decades ago, maybe about 4 decades ago, we began to have TV shows. Before that, we didn't have no TV shows. Black people wasn't on TV. You know, I say in the 70s, we started being in movies. In his movies. I mean, we made our own movies, but he didn't make movies about us until around the 70s. And the only movie star we had that had some dignity was Sidney Poitier. You know, he had a little dignity about him. But other than that, we didn't have no movies before the 70s, significant movies, you know. And so the movies we make now, they ain't too, you know, it's not, you know, glorifying the black man. It's talking about gangsters, thug life, and, you know, selling dope, and, you know, calling out women bitches and hoes and stuff. So this is where you're getting tricked at, you know, through the media. And on this YouTube, you're getting tricked. You got brothers, you know, they seemingly talk about black power and give you a little bit of black history, but they mix it with falsehood. So you don't know who to trust. You don't know who to believe. Stick with me, Black Light. You know, I might not be as skillful in my verbal communication as others, but I'm gonna give you the raw truth. Black Light out.